Hey y'all, welcome on in. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome on in. My name is the Creative Llama. If you see that red live box above my head, somewhere above my head, that means I'm live. But as always, if you don't see it and you're just catching the replay, then make sure you put hashtag replay in the comments. We are doing our cutout of the week. So if you are brand new to me, we do a cutout of the week every single Monday, and it's available only during that week, okay? So you will not be able to snag this on the website at a later date. So if you want this guy, you need to grab him this week, okay? So comment the word Monday. That will get you the supply list, and it'll get you the link to the cutout, okay? It's only $10 shipped. Most of the time, our cutouts of the weeks are usually just $10, which includes the cost of shipping and all of that. So that is what we're doing. So when y'all pop on, say hey. And if you are new, make sure that you're part of the broadcast channel. That's going to be the best way to know when I'm live. It's just basically like a one-way like chat where I get to send you all the messages, and you can just hit the heart button and stuff like that. But it's like a group chat where I just send everything and not everybody. You don't get everybody else's response. So make sure you join that because that's the best way to know when I'm live. I send out live notifications in there. And like I always tell y'all, I really try not to blow up that message, the broadcast channel, very much. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Leona. So I am on a little bit earlier. I normally go live around 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, but I have some things I have to take care of tonight. So I need to come on a smidge earlier to get it done, because if not, I wouldn't have gone live. So I have to end up, it's not really a big deal, but I have to go. My parents left for their like 3-week, 4-week long trip, and so I have to go get their dog. Their dog is going to be staying with me for pretty much the entirety of their trip. They had somebody watch her over the weekend, and then I'm going to go get her, and she's going to come to Camp Alex for a couple weeks. Hi, guys. Yes, if y'all could do me a huge favor, hit the heart button right now. Hit the heart button or the thumbs up, and then share the video. That helps me out tremendously. So our cutout is this cute little tiny Santa shelf sitter. And like I said, he is $10, which includes the cost of shipping. But we've got some painting to do. So I'm going to get my handy dandy bucket, and we're just going to put all of our pieces in here. This is something I've started doing because if you're new here, I tend to lose pieces, and so the bucket helps. So if you don't have a bucket, you need to get it. Okay, so let's wipe down our cutout. Get all that glue off. Hello. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Darlene. Hi, Donna. What kind of dog? She is a golden retriever. She is a big old golden retriever. She's 13. But I need Thomas's help to help me get her into the car. So I kind of have to, that's why I kind of switched some things around. He wasn't available to help me out today during the day, but he is available this evening. So that's why I'm on a little bit earlier. Hi, Tammy. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to paint our Santa. His little hands right here, I'm just going to do white. I'm going to do those in white. So I'm going to do the white first. I want to do white first. Yeah, let's do the white first. And then I'm going to do everything else in red on his body. Hi, Barbara. No, if you commented, if you claimed stuff from last night's live sale, I have not had a chance today to go back and send invoices. So after I go and get my parents' dog, that's what I'm going to do tonight, is send out invoices from the live sale. So if you haven't received your invoice, don't panic. You did nothing wrong. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and get them sent out today. It's been a little crazy. Hi, Cheryl. Alrighty. So let's first start with his little hands. This would probably be easier with a brush, but all my brushes are in the other room. So we're gonna paint with our makeup sponges. So we're just gonna do a couple of coats to this, and then we will do the bottom. Hello, hello. Hi, guys. Hit that heart button for me. We are doing a little Santa shelf sitter. So this is the cutout of the week. You'll only be able to grab it on the website or during Thrifty Thursday. Or you can add it to a live sale order from this past week. So if you claim something from yesterday and you want to add this, you totally can. So we're going to do one more coat. Hello. Hi, Connie. How was everybody's Monday? What did y'all do today? Did you have to work? Did you craft? Did you run errands? What did y'all do? All right. Get that covered. Dry it. And then we're going to go in with our favorite, which is True Red. And we're going to paint the rest of him in this color. Okay. So I'm going to pick up all this extra paint that's right here, throw it back into my bottle. And then we're going to go in with our True Red. And you went to Graceland. How fun. That sounds like fun, Miss Lynn. I worked. I got about 25 orders shipped out today. I'm still cutting a lot of stuff. So lots of orders are going out. So make sure y'all keep track of or check your emails. Because you do get an email anytime your item, like the shipping label, gets printed, which means it's shipping. Hi, Sandy Vogel. How are you? All right. So let me see if I can get over this white without getting the red everywhere. So this is the color True Red. You can use your chalk paste to paint. You can use your acrylic paint, really whatever you want to paint with. I have really, like I've told y'all several times, really have enjoyed painting with acrylic paint, so that's what I'm using. Vacation in Tennessee, doctor's appointments. Oh, well, look who it is. Did you finally decide to wake up? I texted you, but you, I guess, were sleeping. All right, let's dry this and let's see if it needs another coat. Clean my house and dusted, fans and blinds. Nice. Very nice. My house got cleaned today, which was nice. I always like having a clean house. Because I quickly make a mess of it for some reason. All right, let's do one more coat of this red. Hi, Alex. I'm staying with my daughter's two chihuahuas there in Florida and have been. Oh my goodness, Miss Diane. Your dog's sitting like me. That's why I'm on early. If y'all missed that, I have to go get my parents' dog from their house because they're gone. They're going to be gone for quite a while. So they needed me to watch their puppy dog. Yes, everybody say hello to Thomas. I don't even know if he's still here, but he likes to come on and say hello to y'all. All right, that looks good. Let's dry this. Yay, Lynn! Mondays is watching my 8-month-old granddaughter painting a fun, Janice. That sounds like a good day. Unless she was fussy all day. All right, I see a little section where I didn't really get it covered. But this guy is he's a 4 1/4 inch wide. And he's almost 6 inches tall. All right, so now we have his beard and the brim of his hat. So we're going to paint this white, and we're working in sections just because it's easier, and that way I don't lose pieces. So I'm going to take my wipe, and I am going to wipe off the glue that's on top, because I'm going to paint this white, and a lot of times if that glue is sitting on top of the cutout, it's going to yellow the white. So just a little bit of white. Yes, Lynn, that's totally fine. That's what I was saying earlier. I haven't had a chance to go back and check comments and send out invoices yesterday, or get my updated list, but that's what I'm going to work on tonight after I go get my parents' dog, is cook some dinner and work on invoices. So that's the plan for this evening. Hi, Brenda. What did y'all think about last night's live sale? Did y'all see stuff that y'all liked? Did y'all like the painted pieces? Hi, Lisa. We are doing the cutout of the week. It's a little tiny Santa shelf sitter. It's a little guy. But that's what we're working on this evening. I know I'm on a little early, but it's okay. Alrighty. We're going to do one more coat of the white. And then we will not glue it yet because I want to distress everything. Because the finished picture that I saw of this, it looks really good when the whole thing is distressed. So we're just going to get everything painted and then we'll go through and do all of the distressing. Okay, I have a question for y'all. Painting and designs were great. Oh, thank you, Brenda. She did do a great job. So question for y'all. Have y'all heard of the Whatnot app? Have y'all heard of that? Let me know down in the comments if you have heard of Whatnot. All right. So next we have his little mustache and the little circle thing for the hat. So we're going to paint those white as well. Hi, Terry. You like to see how they were painted. Okay, cool. I had a good time painting them, so I'm hoping I can keep that up. I need to take pictures and post those in the VIP group for y'all. I have not forgotten. It just has been a little nuts. Oh yeah, you go on there a lot. Okay. Yes, just not sure what it is. Obviously, I don't have it. Yes. Okay, so Whatnot is basically like a selling platform. People will go live in there and do like auction style. Exactly, Lisa. Auction style sales. So you know how like my finished pieces I'll throw into a live sale and I'll determine the price, right? So like let me give you an example. Like I could put this guy up there, right? And I'll say the bidding starts at $3 and then it can go, I set the increments, right? But you can bid on it and get, you know, some of my finished pieces. So that's kind of what I was thinking of doing. Probably here in the next couple of weeks is setting up a Whatnot sale to sell some of my finished pieces. And that way you can probably grab some of the finished pieces for pretty cheap. But it's just like an auction style selling app. And if you're brand new to the app, I can give you like a $15 coupon to use towards your first purchase on Whatnot. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing here in the next few weeks. I need to sit down and research it a little bit more this week. But I've heard great things. I know I've gotten on there and I found a bunch of stuff. There's all sorts of things on there. You can find a lot of different things on Whatnot. It's not just crafting. It's all sorts of stuff. It's a great app. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing for my finished pieces and doing like the auction style type type sale, I mean. All right, here is her little face, his little face. So I'm going to wipe off the glue. And then I'm also going to do, the little nose. This small little piece right here. So we're going to go in with the color Warm Beige. Hi, Michelle. That is fun just to watch, but I do order every now and then. They have, so I can do giveaways while I'm doing the live too. So that's kind of what I thought would be fun. And I could also make it to where, like, if you missed out, like, on, I don't know, the Let It Snow Snowman cutout and you want it, I could have the option to where you could purchase the blank on there as well. And then, like, your cutout and your finished pieces that you claim would all get shipped together. Lots of things. I'm just kind of toying with the idea. I figured if I did it, I would start small, maybe like 20 or 30 items, and then we'll see how we go from there. But it's a great way to get some of the finished pieces for pretty cheap. Awesome. Hi, Barbara. All right, we're going to do one more coat of, so the little circle is his nose. We're going to do one more coat of this warm beige. This is the color I like to use for my, like, the skin tone that I want. You can always make it to what skin tone you want. You've bought from there. I've never purchased from there, but I've gone on there and I've watched a lot of people. And what's funny is a couple months ago, Thomas told me, he was like, you need to get on Whatnot and start selling your finished pieces over there. He's like, it's crazy, like, how interactive it is. And it's very, very easy. So, like, you know, like on, if you did like an auction style bid here on Facebook, you'd have to type it out. Whereas on Whatnot, it's just like a swipe of the finger and you can just, you know, put your bid in, which is really cool. Colors of the month to tonight's cutout order. I don't know, Terry. If that should be fine. It's $10, Lynn. This kit is $10. Okay. We're going to go in and we're going to use the color Aloe. So I really like this green. It's kind of the color of the rind back here on the watermelon. So that's what I am going for. You could do whatever green you want. If I don't end up liking this green, how it looks with the whole thing, I will repaint it. I have a darker green over here, but I really like how the aloe color, that light like green looks. So that's just a personal preference. So I'm going to go in with aloe. This is one of the colors that I use the heck out of with all the watermelon stuff a couple months back. It just turned out perfectly. And then I will do the base of the tree in a dark brown. But let's get this painted on here. We'll dry it and then we will. It can get competitive, Michelle. You swiped way too much on that, yeah. Studio J and Paint Party with Lydia's a few I watched. They sent me an, okay. So I think we're going to try it. So that's one of my goals this week. I have a couple of goals. One of my goals this week is to get all of the live sell items that I've shown y'all that are finished, posted in my VIP group, okay? And y'all are going to have to hold me accountable. So call me out if I don't do it by Friday. Then my second goal is to set up a sale on Whatnot and then start talking to y'all about it like I already am, but giving y'all my link so you can go follow me on Whatnot. And that way you are prepped for our Whatnot sale when it does happen. So check in with me throughout the week and make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But the Whatnot sale probably wouldn't be until like the beginning of August. So like in 2 weeks. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go in with dark chocolate. Let's see. Ooh, I like that green. What do y'all think? Hi, Dolores. I like that green. I don't know. There's just something about this aloe color that I absolutely love. Now you could do a dark green, right? You can do whatever green that floats your boat. Okay, so let's use, I don't think I have any more red, so I'm going to cut off the end of this. And we're going to do the brown on the tree. So it'll be finished pieces on there when we do it. We're gonna test it out. We're gonna test it out a couple times and see what we think, and see how we like it. All right, let's dry. It's not as harsh as like this one is called Fairway Green. It's just a little bit more subtle, which I like. But if you want that green to be like, you know, bold, then do a darker green. Okay, so another coat of this. All right. That looks good. Oh, you know what? We aren't done with the red. I just realized we have to do the berries on the holly. All right. Let's just do that real quick. I have some red right here. And it's okay if it's not perfect. This would be a lot easier if your girl would use a brush. But we're using what we have right here. I'm going to go in and do one more coat. But we are almost done painting. We have just a couple more pieces to paint. I think it's just the snowflake, the base, and his feet. And that's it. So we got the snowflake. Let's do this in white. And this one will need a couple of coats. But once July's done, we will go back to heavy fall crafting, which a paint pen would be perfect, Denise. You know where my paint pens are? In the other room. What good does that do? I mean, I can go grab them. But we are going to get into fall crafting once July is over. And we will still do Christmas crafts too, for sure. But I love fall crafting. Hi, Robbie. Fall crafting is some of my favorites. I cannot believe it's fall already, y'all. Or it's time to start fall crafting. I feel like just yesterday it's February. All right, that's painted there. Then we have the feet and the base. So I'm going to paint these in black. And that will be you're fine, Robbie. I'm on earlier. I'm on a tad bit earlier because I have to go get my parents' dog. So you are not late. I'm early. So we'll just go over this in black. And then we'll just do one of the stands because we're going to glue these together. So there's no need to paint both of them, because you're just going to glue these on top of one another. All right. All of this is done. So let me clean up my glass mat. This is why I love the glass mat, because you can just wipe up all your stuff and not have to change out a paper or anything like that. Hi, Martha. I'm ready to get, me too, Marcy. It has been hot. And y'all, my electricity bill, so I live in an older home, right? Like a much older home. Like I think this house was built in the 30s. Maybe not that long ago, but probably not that long ago, probably in the 40s. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's an old home. So the insulation is terrible. My electricity bill this month was $340. Insane. So yes, I agree with you. I'm ready for the temperature to go down. That's for dang sure. All right, where are my markers to clean up my edges? They're probably all in the other room. Sharon, we just finished painting everything. We're going to put it together. Yeah. We're going to put it together here just in a second. But I'm going to go through, I'm going to clean up my edges. So, and the sad thing is it's not going to get cool here and probably until late October, November. It's a heat wave every day down here in Texas. Although I will say this summer, I guess with all the rain that we've been getting, it has been significantly cooler than it usually is. But it's still hot and humid. Yeah, Sharon. Janice, you understand me then. Because my other house that I lived in before this was much bigger, but obviously much newer, and our bill was never over like $200. So, it's an old home. It is what it is. I don't want to see it. I don't even want to see my bill next month, because with the whole week, the 5 days that I didn't have AC, I had it on and off. I can't imagine what it's going to be with, you know, it trying to cool down for, you know, days when it was trying to work. Yeah, Robbie, that does have something to do with it, but I don't think, like, it might add, I don't think it'll add, I don't think the machine adds a ton to it, to the electricity bill. It's just the fact that my house does not stay, it doesn't stay insulated. It's not insulated well. It's old. It's an old home, but that's okay. All right, so now I'm going to go in with my Distress Oxide. I'm going to go in the color Black Soot. And I'm just going to kind of add this all around. And just distress our little Santa. And then I'm going to go in. No, I'm going to use, shoot, is that in the other room? I think so. I'm looking for my distress brushes. All right, we're just going to use what we have. I wanted to do, it's a little heavy, but it's fine. Okay, so there's that part. Let's do his beard and his mustache. We're going to go in with a brown this time. I did, Diane. I have not had a chance to send invoices yet. That's what I'm going to do this afternoon or this evening. I can imagine, Janice. At least here in Texas, like, it doesn't get too terribly cold. I mean, comparatively, like, probably nowhere near as what, you know, it gets in Chicago. All right. There's that guy. We're going to go around the edge of his mustache. So that's just kind of the bummer of living in an older home. But, you know, it is what it is. All right, I'm going to add... I thought I grabbed it. Oh, I did. I'm going to add a little bit of blush to his cheeks. Not that it's much, but I just kind of want to see it all together before I glue. So then that way I can see if there's any spots that we need to add to. So if y'all are just popping on, comment the word Monday. This is our cutout of the week this week. It is $10, which includes shipping. So you won't have the $7.99 shipping to do. And I did fix it before I went live. Okay, there's that. He's turning out pretty cute. All right, let's do white on the tree. Or if the message doesn't work for you for some reason, down in the pinned comment, there is, if you like where it says comment Monday, open up that that comment or that pinned comment. And at the bottom, there's a link directly for you to join, to grab the cutout of the week. So for some reason, that's not working. You can always just go check the link out in the pinned comment. Ooh, y'all. I'm loving that. Can y'all hear the car alarm that's going off? It's been going off for quite some time. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit. No, I'm gonna just leave it like that. I'm wondering, no, I think I'm gonna leave it blank. I'm thinking about adding some sort of pattern to the tree. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna do dots or maybe I'll just do like white lines, like white accent lines. Hi, Peggy. All right, then his little thing up there. And then let's add a little bit of white to his feet. Hi, Debbie Cash. Down here. All right. So here is, move this, our little Santa Claus. So now I'm trying, I think I like just the blank tree. So I'm gonna glue my stand together. I put way too much glue. Oh my gosh. Y'all see what I did? I'll just repaint it. I totally put glue on the wrong side. Hi, Tammy. We'll repaint it. That's not the end of the world. Hi, Brenda. How are you? So this is the cutout of the week. It's $10, which includes shipping. But if you want to add it to a live sale order from yesterday's live sale, you can totally do that. You just have to place an order for the live sale. And it'll be $10 by itself, which includes shipping. Or if you add it to a live sale order, it'll be $7. Alrighty, let's start gluing. So we're going to start with the beard. Oh my gosh, I'm getting like way too much glue. All right. So if you have a live sale order and you want this added, you can send me a message or I'll post it in the VIP group and you can have it add to order there, however you want to do it. A little bit of glue in here. I gotta be careful because that glue, the little spout is big. So the glue will come out fast. All right, I'm gonna start with this one. Put this here. All right, while that's setting up, I'm gonna do the little circle on the hat, and then we'll do the feet. Okay, Dolores, just go comment on the post for me. That'll be the easiest way to claim it. Ooh, I forgot to do the, this. Is that black or brown? I forgot to distress his little hands. Okay. It was Debbie. It was in the live sale. Yes, ma'am. It sure was. All right, a little bit of glue. There we go. We'll glue his little nose on. And if you're struggling to find the link to this guy, I'll drop it in the comments here in just a second. Okay. It's coming together. All right, a little bit of glue here. And we're gonna have to hold this guy down while it sets. And then we will add some white lines, accent lines here in a second. All right, then the snowflake. And then let me paint this really fast because your girl painted, I had painted it, but when I went to glue it, I glued it on the side that I painted. And I didn't want the glue, it's kind of hard sometimes to get the glue off, you'd have to sand it off. And so instead of stressing about it, I'm just gonna repaint one of the sides. Hi, Dawn. All right, get this covered. That looks good. There we go. Hi, Linda. You're not late. I'm just early. I'm on a little bit earlier than I normally am. But you are not late, my beautiful friend. Alrighty. So, let me dry that. Let's have it stand up and see what we think without the white accents. And then y'all can let me know white accents or no white accents. But I need this to be dry. I didn't really center that. Thank God I was able to lift it off. Ah! Okay, it's definitely not set up. My bad. I'm just trying to make sure that's as centered on the cutout as possible. Ah, it keeps moving. Okay, leave it alone, Alex. Leave it alone. So, there it is. So, should we do white accents or no white accents? Look how cute he is. Oh my gosh. Hi, Linda. I feel like it needs some white accents, right? It needs something. And I keep moving that guy. This dang tree. What do y'all think? Do y'all like him? Yes, white accents. Okay. Let me get out my handy dandy white pen. Our pool had sand. Ooh, fun, Dolores. I had posted about this in the VIP group the other day. These are my favorite white accent pens. They have them in black, the fine tip as well, but they also have them in like a little bit of a thicker color or the thicker version. And it's the duo pack. So like this one has a bigger tip. And it comes in black and white with that duo pack here. That's what I was trying to go for, Linda. Was a vintagey Santa type vibe. All right. But with this, you have to flood the tip of the pen. To kind of help it get going. And I'm working on my accents, my accent lines. I'm not the best at it, but y'all, it just takes practice. Okay. And let's do here, here, oh, here. But I'm getting better. I will say, I feel like my accents have come a long way. I used to feel like a kindergartner did it, but now I feel like they're better. Okay. Almost done. And then I'm going to add little dots to his face. I mastered it. I don't know about master, but I'm definitely a lot better than I was. All right. I think we're good. Let me dry him, because if you've been around the block here, you know I'll do a great job, and then I'll stick my finger in the white paint and then smudge it or smear it. So hit it with the dryer before you touch it. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. All right, here he is. You could totally do that, Robbie. That's a great idea. Or even glitter if you wanted glitter. Yes, ma'am. That is something that you could absolutely do. All right, let me see if I can find a piece of paper so I can write down if you want this added to an order. Give me a second. I have one in here. Hold on. Okay, so if you want this guy added to an order, just comment, I want one, and I will write down your name, and I will go and add it to your invoice from the live sale, okay? Thank you. Or if you need me to send you an invoice for just this guy, I can do that too. Just let me know if you want one, and then I'll figure it out. So it's $10, including shipping by itself, or if you add it to a current order from the live sale, it'll be $7. So, and then I'm going to give away a blank one here in just a second. So don't go anywhere quite yet. Oh my gosh. I got glue all over my hands. So let me know if y'all want one. Dolores wants one. I know some of y'all commented that while I was live, but I couldn't type it down. So there is our Santa. I will also post it in the VIP group for you to claim if that's easier. Let's pick a winner. Diane Dade. Add to order. All right. Hi, Yvette. So the winner is going to get a blank version of this. So I want one, but I haven't decided. That's okay, Tammy. I'll just go and write your name down, and I'll start an invoice for you. And then when you're ready to send me your order for the live sale, I can just add it. Can I just say Santa when I put... Brenda, just put cutout of the week. You could put COTW, like the cutout of the week, or just type out cutout of the week, or... Robbie, I got you. Okay. And Dolores wants. So our keyword, perfect, Vicki. got you, girl. All right. So the keyword, the way that my giveaways work is I give you a word to comment, and then I'll say like the 8th person who comments that word on my end will be the winner. So let's do, there we go. Now it's flat. Let's do the word peach. Do the word peach, and the winner will do the word peach, and let's do the 12th person to comment that word will win a blank Santa. So basically a free cutout of the week. Y'all, he turned out so good. I'm also thinking of making a bigger version of him for Lifestyle Sunday. What would we think about that? Probably like a 12-inch one is kind of what I'm thinking. Peach. So Donna was 1, Robbie was 2, Tammy was 3, Melanie was 4, Dee Dee was 5, Marcy was 6, Kimmy was 7, Cheryl was 8. Hi, Cheryl. Melanie already entered. Yes. You can only enter once. Lisa was 9. Linda was 10. Diane. Miss Anita Matthews. Girlfriend, you got some good luck. Miss Anita Matthews, you have won a free cutout of the week. So send me a message and I will get your form sent over to you. You've got some good luck, girlfriend. All right, y'all. Go grab this. You can also shop the live sale if you comment the word, that's the word I'm looking for. If you comment the word Monday, it'll also send you the link for this guy. But if you scroll down to towards the bottom, it'll say Shop Live Sale Sunday. If you click on that link, it'll take you directly to the live on Facebook. You can kind of fast forward a little bit through all the bundles and the finished pieces and just get to the wood blanks. And you can comment your order there. I will be working on invoices tonight. But you have until Friday to claim from the live sale, okay? But that is it. I will see y'all tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow, but I'm thinking he needs to be a little bit bigger for Live Sale Sunday. That's what I'm thinking. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.